Hello, this is Top Prep Sports Interviews by Sunil Sunder. Tonight, I'm happy to be speaking with Jack Cook, a junior at Naperville Central High School in Naperville, Illinois, and a quarterback on the varsity football team. Once again, Jack, thank you so much for taking time out to speak with me tonight, and congrats on your success playing football.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
No problem at all. Let's talk about, of course, preparing for your senior year. Participating in 7-on-7 football, and you've had immense success there. Dominating. I think it said throwing for 38 touchdowns. Team was undefeated, and definitely in the loop for being one of the top competitive teams in the league in the Chicagoland area. Can you just talk about that experience?
Yeah, so 7-on-7 really has just been a big impact for our team and me. For the most part, it's basically just helping us get the team chemistry together and just getting to know each other and having how one route can change to another, and like how when another person we know where it's going to be at. So it's really just getting to know each other, and that could result onto the Friday night football fields in a couple months. So it's just big
Yeah.
preparation.
Yeah, it's fantastic to hear. Look, you have definitely the size, the strength, 6'1", 185, still growing, timed at the 4.67, the 40-yard dash, squatting, 370, deadlift 540. Those are just, incredible numbers. The fact that you're a dual threat quarterback, both, passing and running. Just talk about building up, your fundamentals and your skill set here. And especially, it's pretty much now year-round football, 24/7, 365. So that can, really benefit you, said for the grind here in your senior year upcoming in the fall, Jack.
Yeah, so from last November, it was our playoff game. We lost in the first round. Then the week afterwards, I weighed myself and I was around 147 pounds at like 6 foot. So since then, I've just been grinding as hard as I can and be able to get as big as I can, fast as I can, strong as I can. So I've gained a good amount of weight, almost 40 pounds since November. And then I have probably gotten at least 0.2 off my speed. So I'm down to 4.6 now. And 6'1" at height, and I hit the 1,000-pound club for my school recently. So that was a big goal of mine, and I was able to hit that. So very excited from that.
Yeah, that's tremendous. That's really, again, testament to your, work ethic and, really trying to be the best you can. Look, you faced some challenges here. You had to make a transition. You had, we're down in Florida, Venice High School, came back, to Naperville Central High School. Talk about that, because at Venice, they won a state title, state A class title, but I know it was tough. You didn't see much playing time there. So just in terms of coming back here and now having that opportunity, for that starting, I said QB position.
Yeah, so at first I was a freshman at Naperville Central and played 3 games there and balled out on the freshman team. But with the COVID situation and just like with the football and education, just Florida sounded like a safer option and a better option for me. So we moved down there, and I was prepared to be on the varsity team and compete my hardest as I can to get as much playing time as I could. Didn't turn out the best way for me, but I got a ton of learning experience from there. I was surrounded by D1 players, as you may know, maybe Damon Wilson, Elliott Washington, all 5 stars, like top 10 in the nation, like the 2023 class. And we finished number 1 in state and I believe it was 27th in the nation for high school football down there. But I didn't get that much playing time, but as for sure, I got a ton of experience, and it's really felt like a Division I college to me. So it was great.
Yeah, no, definitely. Hey, you sparkled on the field and you're on the freshman football team at Naperville, said Central High School, spring of 2021. And you talk about COVID. I mean, very difficult, said for everybody involved, seniors, but even the underclassmen as well. I mean, in 3 games, I think you threw 8 touchdowns, averaged almost 270 yards passing per game, ran for over 400 yards. I mean, that had to really, bring a sense of, accomplishment, just like, pride and joy, the fact that, and just, just a couple of games, putting up those kind of like, almost video highlight, stats. Just talk about that, Jack.
Yeah, so I mean the stats really just show one part of the field, but the other parts where just like the leadership and the people surrounded around me, I played
Mhm.
with my best friends and they always made me look like the superstar of the team. And my O
Yeah.
line, I either had the same O line as I do right now, like which one of them has like around almost 40 offers named Grant Ellinger. And
Mhm.
just being surrounded by those people just made me a better player and really brought us to the 3-0 season that we had, which was not a
Yeah.
lot, but still undefeated, you know?
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
it's terrific to hear. Hey, kudos to your grandfather, said for providing, a lot of useful info. He really breaks down, in terms of your, skills, saying that you have exceptional throwing skills, your accuracy is far beyond any of the quarterbacks that are being recruited. Definitely display an acumen for the game, a vision of the field, and have that connection with your wide receivers on the passing routes. And I think that's really, again, a credit to you just in terms of your hard work on and off the field. But talk about, I think that's a key element in terms of developing that, repetition with your wide receivers and the tight ends, especially in the passing game.
Yeah, so my closest friend is actually my flat receiver. We've grown up together since we were 4 years old. We wrestled together,
Mhm.
and his grandpa was our coach actually. So since we were younger, we've always been around each other. And in the summer, even in winter time, we would go out every single day and throw at least for 2 hours. Even in like sixth grade, we were still having a great time throwing to each other, and just basically our
Yeah.
chemistry cannot be beaten right now. And that's how it
Yeah.
is with not just him, but my whole team, really. So I have great connections, and with the chemistry of the team means a better chance of winning. That's the main goal. So
Yeah, that's fantastic to hear. And it's, I mean, when I think about it, I wrote some stuff down, like, just the yo-yo effect. I mean, dealing with all the ups and downs, all the ebbs and flows, but still being able to gain that knowledge and experience, I'm sure, from the sidelines, watching, the action on the field. Uh, and, of course, you have that attention to detail because there's quarterback, that's one of the most important positions on the field, maybe the most in terms of for a quarterback having the accuracy, the agility, and eye coordination. Just describe that because really, in terms of surveying the whole field, and especially when you're dropping back in the pocket, and then decide, okay, do I take off, throw the ball? Of course, when the snap of the ball, do I hand it off to the running back? I mean, there are so many different, again, mitigating factors. Can you describe that, Jack?
yeah, so I mean, when you're really out on the field, it's not really you're not thinking. So it's just second nature, and with during practice, you're thinking and just trying to get the second nature down. So I've been going to this quarterback trainer for about 5 years at Throw It Deep, and
Okay.
they basically taught me all of that. Just three-step drop, where to look before, how to read off a safety. So
Mhm.
during games, it's just second nature to me. So you don't really think much about it. It just
Yeah.
happens. And just
Yeah.
the outcome of that is what we were looking for.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I'm thinking about, with the agility, your footwork is important. Like, we're just working on that, part as well. And just having, your obviously, your lower core, set in tip top shape. And that's what I wanted to pivot towards, training for a season because strength and conditioning, nutrition, rest and recovery really kick in, and that's something you have to have in place in terms of that regimen. Just talk about how you've been able to implement that into your game.
So what I've been doing since when I was telling you how I gained like almost 40 pounds since November, I've
Yeah.
been eating maybe on a regular daily basis around 4,000 calories and as much
Okay.
protein as I could get. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's like actually the literally I just had dinner and I had to puke it out because I ate so much. It's crazy. But
Yeah.
yeah, just my dad's been doing it all really. So he makes me 3 sandwiches throughout the day of school with a box of
Mhm.
protein bars that I could eat throughout the week and chicken and rice every day for lunch. So chicken and
Yeah.
rice a little old to me now for the past couple
Yeah.
months. That's all I've been eating. You can see it's been working.
Definitely, yeah, yeah. I mean, obviously, it has panned out for you very well. I mean, everybody talks about the physicality or the of the game, but mentally, it's something you have to really be focused on, and just really once you hit that, hit the field. I mean, it's game on. I mean, you really have people coming at you from all different angles, and the pressure is on. And I said, being a quarterback is no easy task. Just talk about what you do. Are there certain, I said, factors that you try, or just that you try to work on?
So for a lot of people, when there's a lot of pressure on them, they seem to fold. And with me, I
Hmm.
just love the pressure. I love the attention on me all the time. So when I have
Yeah.
attention on me with the lights on me and everyone's looking, that's why I love like one of the love reason playing quarterback because everyone's looking at me. And when I have all the attention and pressure, I perform the best and I just excel the most I can really. And just all the mental part that comes from it is just calm and collective throughout the game and throughout practice, really.
Yeah, it's outstanding to hear. Hey, let's talk about game day and practices. Putting the pads on, wearing that Red Hawks jersey and helmet. What does that represent to you personally, Jack?
So I take a lot of pride in putting on the uniform for Naperville Central, and just being named the starting varsity quarterback is just a huge goal in my life. Like, so our past quarterbacks, we had Peyton Thorne, which he was at Michigan State, now he's at Auburn. We had four-star Sam Jackson. He's gonna be starting at California most likely. And just
Mhm.
having me as being the starting quarterback of Naperville Central as them in our past is just a huge goal of mine. And I know I'll have the legacy and a name to remember as a Naperville Central quarterback. And I'll be able to prove it throughout this year with the stats and history I'll be making.
Yeah, it's phenomenal. I mean, to be able to list those quarterbacks in prestigious schools, Division I schools, and
Mhm.
having that tradition, and following in those footsteps, I'm sure again is just incredible feeling. You said once you take that field with your teammates and coaches. Uh, Describe the home games at Naperville, Central High School. I mean, you talk about Friday night lights, Saturday afternoons during the fall. Jack, what is the just walk me through that.
I mean, right now I'm just getting chills. I'm talking about Friday Night Lights. It was the best
Yeah.
feelings. So we have the best fans in the world I could ever imagine. And
Yeah.
just all I know so many people that go to my school and them all cheering me on during the stands and like chanting the name is great. And the lights on at night. And I just remember last year we played our rival Naperville North. I wasn't able to play that game, but we played at the college down the street, and just it's something that I'll never be able to forget. It's just an image that
Yeah.
will never leave me. It's the most exciting and fun thing ever.
Yeah, that's amazing. And on the flip side, of course, you had the road games. So then you're walking into almost the hornet's nest. So like I have to ask you, what that is, but especially those bus rides, you get on there, you know, you try to keep it, really like tight knit, just in terms of, just having that warrior mentality, walking into said opposing teams, field at high school. What has that experience, been for you as well?
So going into away games, it's really just on the bus. Everybody is locked in at that point. There's really no talking. And we get out on the field, there's still no talking. Just I love it when the other team stares us down and
Yeah.
just has to look at us while we're practicing. That's like the best
Yeah.
feeling to do. So I just tell myself every single time for a away game, I'm gonna be the owner of this field and just try my hardest to come out as a win and just take that field away from them.
Yeah, no, I agree with that point. Hey, when you guys are in the locker room before kickoff and you're getting ready, coaches are speaking to you and the pregame, speeches, and then you rush onto the field. Uh, I mean, that's just exhilarating. I mean, the adrenaline rush must be, and the blood flow must be pumping. What is that for you? Just running down, onto the field.
So running down onto the field is a great point, and just being with my teammates, coming out of the locker room, going running onto the field. It's like there's so much like your body is literally shaking at that point, and just so much adrenaline's happen. But what I've happened to do every game, even on away games, just say do a quick prayer before the game, just settle me down. And that gets me and my team settled down and just help us to be cool, calm, and collected before the game, before kickoff. So that's a big help of for our game.
Yeah, that's great to hear. Hey, you're not just a football player, but you play rugby as well. Top scorer on the team. I mean, what are the similarities between playing, rugby and football? I'm sure there's, quite a bit in common in terms of playing both of those sports.
I mean, to be honest with you, I still don't know the rules. You probably maybe as know as much as me,
Yeah.
but they don't they tell me the rules. It makes no sense to me, but the
Yeah.
game for every game is to give me the ball and just go down and score basically.
Yeah.
But I was top on the team with my slot receiver one behind me for the most touchdowns scored. And we have
Mhm.
both me and my slot receiver actually both received an offer a couple months ago to the University of Louisville.
Oh, that's awesome to hear. Really, that's great news. Hey, as we know, Jack, it's just not being an athlete; it's being a student athlete. You've been able to flourish, in the classroom. 3.8 GPA. Talk about the time management and organization, because again, not everybody's cut out to be a student athlete. It takes, again, a certain level of commitment and dedication, to be able to handle it and balance it out. What have you been able to do, just in terms of your uh the structure and just being able to, I mean, between the lifts, the practices, game day, travel, it's a lot to take in.
So I've been taught my whole life school becomes football, even though football is like the most fun. School might not be at this time, but school really gets you to the college and where the place you need past football and really how your future is going to hold out to you. So in the season, I've been going before and after school if I needed to go get some extra work with some teachers and during lunch even or supervised study I've just been able to do all my homework in there. Then my coaches hold me to a high standard of homework and just making sure all my grades are on time and
Yeah.
good scores on all my tests.
Yeah, it's fabulous to hear. That's great, news to hear. Hey, let's talk about Naperville Central High School, just in terms of the support from the student body, the administration, athletic department as well, Jack.
Yeah, so I mean teachers there are great, coaches there. I literally promise you that I've never have will ever have better coaches than I do right now. I've had a great connection with them in off-season lifting from like Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays early in the morning. And it's basically just helped me get a better connection with all my coaches. And they know that they hold me to a high standard as their starting quarterback. And with such good connection between them, I know I have to make them proud and have them be happy. So anything they ask for, I got to do. So they always
Yeah.
hold me there.
Yeah, it's again very critical to have that. I think it's essential. And you need to, again. We talk about structure. Family's important as well.
Mhm.
I mentioned your grandfather, of course, your mom. Just can you talk about the support from them, from your family, during this academic and athletic journey?
Yeah, first of all, for my grandpa, he's been just nonstop helping me buying all these college camps I've been going to. I released my college camp schedule not that long ago, so I got Ball State, Cincinnati, North Central, um, then a couple in the Northwestern camp. And he's been buying all these and making sure I'm on point, going to all these camps. And he reached out to you and many other people to get as much exposure as I can.
Yeah.
Then my dad just been helping me getting as stronger and faster as possible. My mom's been there too, just helping with all the support I need and just she's been there a lot.
Yeah, that's beautiful to hear. Yeah, definitely. Shout out to your parents and to your grandfather. When it comes to football, what are some of the intangibles that really stand out to you? You know, you playing the game a long time. I mean, for you personally, what is it about you come back year after year, whether it's on and off the field, uh, just some of those moments that, like, really say, hey, this is what I'm really good at, and I want to continue this, for beyond high school into college, and hopefully, after that as well.
Yeah, I mean, just I don't know how I find it so much fun just throwing a leather ball around, but it's really so much enjoyable. But just like I was saying earlier, just the pressure and tension on me at all times. I love it, and just being able to be around all my friends and coaches is like the most fun thing ever. And just I love working. I love hard work, and really anytime I could get some work in, I'm doing it. Lifting, eating, training, all of that.
Yeah, no, it's great to hear. Hey, okay, hobbies. You need something to fall back on. So, what are some of the things that you like to do personally that just really where you get to clear your mind and just take a deep breath and really soak it in.
Outside of sports, honestly, I mean, I'm playing sports like 24/7, but
Yeah.
time I'm not, it's gotta be. I like swimming. If I'm not sure if swimming's a sport, but swimming.
Yeah.
I'm not the
Yeah.
best swimmer, but I enjoy like water slides too. And sometimes I'll be playing video games with a bunch of like my teammates, and we'll be
Mhm.
playing, staying up all night, and just hanging out with my friends in the most part. So
Yeah.
yeah, most of
Yeah,
it.
that's good to hear. Yeah, no, I think that's important to have, that social connection and, outside of, again, athletics. I think, for you just to, I mean, again, with so much pressure because, that's what it is, that, you know, both with academics, athletics, and, trying to, ease away from that for a short amount of time. Hey, when it comes to, I guess, either college or NFL, any quarterbacks that you really zone in on and just like, really try to, follow them and pick up on some of their tendencies in terms of playing the position?
Mean so Patrick Mahomes, he's been a huge part because my quarterback trainer, Throw It Deep, Jeff Christensen is like basically the owner, and he trains me, but he also trains Patrick Mahomes.
Okay.
So I'm having film that like not everyone is seeing of him. So
Yeah.
I'm being told to imitate him and how he's a leader on the field and
Yeah.
how his skills with his footwork and basically just copy him almost exactly. So
Yeah. That's great. I mean, hey, you can't go wrong with Patrick Mahomes. I mean,
yeah,
I mean,
basically the best of
he's
the
just
best right
absolutely a
now.
magician out there. What he could do, I mean, throwing from all different crazy angles, and just the way he's so elusive, and really can affect the game in so many ways. Again, with his passing and his running as well, it's just remarkable. It's just true, probably pleasure just to watch him. As said every Sunday.
One
Hey,
thing I'm taught
before you
from
get,
him is just
yeah, go ahead.
one thing I'm taught from him is just basically just staying calm. Like if you watch him on Sunday nights, just how calm he is in the pocket.
Yeah,
That's one of the most important things we're always learning, just to stay calm.
yeah. He never gets flustered. I think that's the key
Yeah,
thing is that again maintaining that balance and just being even keel. I think even when the chips are down, just trying to rally the troops. You see him talking to his teammates all the time, and even the coaching staff. So I mean, yeah, he really exemplifies the best of the best out there, and
yeah, for sure.
definitely again one of the faces of the NFL. Hey, I didn't want to forget about this about social media. I mean, we live in a great said era. I mean, Twitter, Instagram, Huddle is out there. Be
Mhm.
able to get your work out there, and display that. I sure is again so vital for you, Jack.
Yeah. So, I mean, Twitter is the most important right now. I made my I should have made my Twitter a long time ago, but I made it
Hmm.
in the beginning of the 7-on-7 season, so about like 5 months ago. And then
Hmm.
since then, it's been basically just film after film of both football and rugby, just showing my potential on the field and just just basically showcasing my skills throughout
Yeah.
football and rugby, and just seeing all footwork, speed, agility, strength, size.
Yeah, I think again, it is just so I mean, you can't put enough emphasis on it, like, in terms of, being able to uh put that work out, and
Mhm.
so coaches, recruiters, scouts can look at that and, really get a, firm sense of what you bring to the table, on the field. Hey, I think you're at a great spot here with the final question for some much needed advice and message for the younger kids and athletes out there. Uh, I mean, there's so many people playing athletics. It's very competitive and almost survival of the fittest. And if, obviously you want to be the best, you have to, put in that time, said on and off the field. So I'm wondering, what would you say to them? Because when we see on social media how many kids are putting, their highlights out there, but what would you say to them? They want to end up, in your shoes one day.
I mean, my advice to the kids, basically just outwork everyone. There's always someone, maybe someone that you don't even know that's better than you right now at the moment. They could be older or younger than you, and you just want to outwork them. And basically just trust in God and have faith that you are going to be the best, and have the mentality that you are the greatest and there's no one that will ever be better than you. That's what I've always told myself. There's nobody
Yeah.
I'm better or nobody that's better than me.
Yeah. No, sound advice,
Yeah.
Jack. Hey, well deserved. You get the final word and message here for family, friends, teammates, coaches, Naperville Central High School, and also the community in Naperville. So I know there are probably a lot of people that you want to thank here, Jack.
Yeah, so just first of all, who set up the interview, thank you to you. Then thank you to my grandpa for basically just helping me get all the exposure. My dad and mom for feeding me throughout these months. I know they spent a ton of money just on groceries. And just unbelievable coaches, just holding me to the highest standpoint I could be, and just making me the best person. Not making me the best football player, but making me a better person and all too.
Yeah, no, it's well said. Hey, Jack, it's been a true honor and privilege being able to speak with you. Once again, congratulations on your success playing quarterback for Naperville, Central High School, and I'm sure you're definitely going to shine in your senior year, and we're going to be hearing more of you. Said definitely, the following year in college, and just keep up the great job.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.